I touch and salute the holy feet of Bharat Mata, the most powerful and the most merciful. My namaskar to all the dignitaries who are sharing the dais with me on this occasion of National CSR Summit 2026, including my colleague from Rajya Sabha, and who was, we both were working together from 1998 onwards. Of course, in 1998 in Lok Sabha, we are in the opposite sides. That is politics. And now we are both working as colleagues in Rajya Sabha. And Bhubaneswar ji, and I appreciate the Times of India group for convening this National CSR Summit. This platform brings together the leadership, the ideas, and the call for action, which matters a lot in India's journey towards Viksit Bharat. It is not only the money getting spent, the spirit created in the minds of the young generation that makes a lot of difference. We meet at a time of profound transformation, that what it was and what it is today, we couldn't believe our own eyes. Such a fast development is coming up, and we all are proud to be an Indian. India is not merely growing, India is reshaping its destiny. Over the last decade, under the progressive and decisive leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji, India has witnessed structural reforms and inclusive expansion at a massive scale. From a fragile 10th economy, we have become the 4th largest economy of the world, and we are on the way to become the 3rd largest economy of the world in the near future. Villages have been connected to cities with roads, and the cities have been connected with express highways to the metropolitan. That I remember, one of the journalists, as usual, has asked the then President of United States of America that your country is rich, that's why you are able to put express highways. The simple answer given by the then President of USA, no, you are wrong. Our country is rich because of the express highways. That is what we are also realizing. After 1998, Vajpayee started this quadrilateral four-way express. Then our economy gets stimulated, our goods started moving from one place to the other, then the whole scenario is changing. The digital platforms have connected citizens, financial inclusion has empowered millions. Due to these efforts, more than 25 crore citizens have come out of their extreme poverty. We should remember that there were starvation deaths, but even after COVID, the entire economy, the entire action get halted all totally. Still there is no starvation deaths. So this shows that how we all work together, a society, a country can develop. Aspirations have risen across regions and communities, yes, but the next phase of development demands something more. It demands partnership. We have to understand each other first. Every aspiration is right, but we have to understand that nobody is having the capacity to fulfill all the aspirations together. We have to prioritize, and we have to fulfill one by one. That is, ultimately we are completing everything. Corporate social responsibility is no longer peripheral to business strategy. It is a central to national progress. CSR is where enterprises meets empathy. It is where balance sheets meet human stories. It is where growth occurs purpose. Today, India is a global hub for innovation, startups, technology, and manufacturing. As he was telling about AI, how this AI is possible. Everybody is paying the tax, and the tax money is giving another opportunity. If you ask me who is the most patriotic citizen of this country, who is paying his tax exactly, is the greatest patriotic citizen of this country, that we all must remember him. By paying the tax, the haves and have-nots both are benefited. Without roads, your costly car cannot run. Without roads, a village man can never reach for his livelihood. So we both are benefited. So that's why our Prime Minister is giving a lot of emphasis for the infrastructural projects. Now you take northeastern states. The terrorism in the northeastern states have come down, almost nil. How that is possible? You give them an opportunity, they will come out, they will do their best. They know how to earn, they know how to spend for their family, they know how to provide everything for their family, health care, their children's education. So they start enjoying their life by earning. For that they are always doing the hard work to earn. That is where all the difference comes in the family, then it comes in, the difference is coming in the society and in the state. Naturally, in the entire country will enjoy that great change. Our greatest strength is our people. They are young, they are skilled, they are positively ambitious. Ambitious alone will not help any society. Positive ambitious will always help everyone. And more, the youngsters are now determined. I want to achieve this. I want to move in this direction. This is my target. I will work towards it and I will achieve the target. That determination has come in the minds of the youngsters. They are doing extraordinarily well. Our national vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat calls for resilience and global competitiveness rooted in domestic strength. And as we move towards the Viksit Bharat 2047, marking 100 years of independence, our ambition is clear: to transform India into the fully developed, inclusive and innovation-driven nation. We should never wait for someone to find out and give that technology and we are only adopters. No. We have to find the technology, new technologies. We have to develop the new technologies and the world has to adopt our technology. That is the dream of the youngsters today. The responsibility before us is very clear. We must ensure that the development is broad-based. We must ensure that prosperity is inclusive. We must ensure that sustainability is not negotiable. CSR can play a transformative role in this mission. It can strengthen public education systems. It can enhance primary healthcare centers in the remote corner of the country. It can drive skill development aligned with industry. Whatever the education, there must be close correlation between the theory and practice. If the theory is good and it is practically not applicable, there cannot be any success. So it can drive skill development. As I said, in correlation with the requirement of the society, it can support women-led enterprises. It can accelerate the green transition through renewable energy and the climate resilience initiatives. Our GDP has gone up. Still, our per capita income is comparatively low because of population. But our Prime Minister got that great aspiration that India should guide the world in safeguarding the nature. The erratic climatic changes should not happen. So, by 2070, zero carbon emission. Even the well-developed nations whose per capita income is 10 times more than us, they have withdrawn from their commitment, but India is leading in that. The real pride of India is that, I believe. This is not about compliance with the law, it is about commitment to the nation. When corporate India invests in communities, it builds social capital. When it invests in sustainability, it secures long-term growth. When it invests in the youth and innovation, it fuels the demographic dividend. The dynamic and visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, Sriman Narendra Modi ji, has laid a strong policy foundation, ease of doing business, digital governance, transport systems, and targeted welfare delivery. But policies alone cannot transform a nation. Transformation happens when the government, industry, and the civil society move in alignment. We move together, the success story is ours. Responsible capitalism is not a contradiction. Some people are always saying profit is not a right word. Profit is a right word as long as it is not looting. Profit is a right word as long as it takes care of the society. Profit is a must for the sustainability of any organization. So nothing is bad when we approach them with a pragmatic attitude. It is necessity, and the profit and purpose must move together. That is where the real success is there. Innovation and inclusion must advance together. Growth and sustainability must reinforce each other. I am sure this summit will not end with conversations, but it will lead to fresh commitments. When they said, when I arrived, our program coordinator said, "Sir, thank you so much." I asked him why. He said, "You have come. I have committed to come. Then it is the duty of me to come." That's why I appeal always to everyone. Don't make any commitment. If you make a commitment, you fulfill it. That is where the real success of an individual, that is where the real success of a society, that is where the real success of a country lies. It will create replicable models that can be scaled across states and sectors. India's development story is being written in real time. The choices we make today will define the next generation. So many people are comparing us with some other country. Yes, they have also developed. When we have missed the bus, they took the bus. When we followed the closed economy, the so-called communist country, China, has opened it up. What was the situation of China and India before the visit of then President of the United States of America, Nixon, to China? That time we closed our economy, but a communist world has opened its economy. So we have to believe our own society. So many people are telling GST, GST, GST. What is the situation before the GST? How many checkposts were there? The government machinery never believed a businessman. That's why you need a lot of checkposts. Every 60 kilometers there is a checkpost. After GST, overnight the entire checkpost all over the country has been taken off. That is what is reform. That is what is ease of doing business. We have to create a system, and the system should work on its own. It's where the GST is going. Our MP is sitting here and she is from Northeast. You ask both of them. What was Northeast before and what is now Northeast? We are able to reach even the border areas with ease. We are always talking about inclusive development. They are very small states. One state, one MP only. The biggest state is Assam. But by putting together all the MPs, still their number is very less. But Narendra Modi ji allocating so much of money for those states because they were lagging behind. In some states, once they develop, they always cry. You are taking more taxes from us, but you are allocating very less to us. Isn't that correct? In the prima facie, it looks very valuable argument. But if you go deep, that is not correct. When the whole country was underdeveloped, some states started the initiative, and the center has helped the time all those states, including Tamil Nadu. When Kamaraj was there, when Venkatramanan was there, when C. Subramaniam was there, the center helped them and the state started developing. So you put the same argument. Every state got so many districts. Not all districts are well developed. It's not the responsibility of the state government to allocate more money for those underdeveloped districts, to make an inclusive development, to make the right feeling that nobody has been left out. So this makes us to feel the importance that we have to be united. We have to feel that we are proud Indians. That's why wherever I am going, I am always asking every newspaper. Any newspaper is having minimum 12 pages. And Times of India is always having more number of pages. Sometimes you buy one Times of India, and you sell it for the waste paper, you will get more money than what you are paying to Times of India. But my humble request to every newspaper is that you please allocate at least 2 pages for the economic development. What it was and what it is today. What our railways was and what is our railways today. And you have to remind the people that we are living in a democratic setup, we are not living in an autocratic setup, that the center can take any decision as they like. People always compare China with India. China is doing that, China is doing this. There is one single party here. Nobody knows how many parties are there in our country. In China, there is an election, but really it is selection, there is no election. But in India, we are having elections every year. Bihar election is over, now Assam election is coming. Bengal election is coming, Tamil Nadu election is coming, Pondicherry and Kerala all are going together. Once this is over, then UP, the biggest state election is going to come. The performance of political leadership is not only here, unfortunately all over the world, is not being rated by the real performance for the society or the country, but by their electoral victories. So no political party will be in a position to take a strong decisions unless one nation, one election is getting implemented. Now Kerala election, it is being discussed in Maharashtra. It is being discussed in Gujarat. Assam election, it is being discussed in Karnataka. Tamil Nadu election, it is being discussed in UP. You see, you open every channel, they will be always discussing about the election after election, election after election. So we have to think in the real opinion makers of this society. We should not be lethargic, or we should not isolate ourselves from the society. We have to think for the society. We have to spread the right approach for the betterment of the society as a whole. That is my humble request. And in this view, CSR is not an expenditure, but it is a nation-building capital. And I am very proud to be with you. And I have seen a lot of enthusiasm in your face. That should continue. Enthusiasm is the right medicine, and that alone will boost the morale of everyone. Without enthusiasm, whatever may be the money, whatever may be the power you are having, you can't achieve anything. That enthusiasm is the real spirit that will stimulate us to act in the right way. When we all are acting in the right way, Viksit Bharat by 2047 is not impossible. By 2037, it is achievable. I wish this summit a grand success. And I pray to God that God should give all the donors and all the receivers every wealth and health. Thank you. Jai Hind. Long live Mother Bharat.